believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun. That having fun is permitted in Islam.
The standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you, and no peace for the wicked ones, the Lord said. As you see, the title today is Prophet Muhammad Putin, peace be upon him. And I find a lot of similarity between both of them. Before we start, I receive an email from a Christian sister. She is saying, Christian, I understand what you do and I like what you do, but can you please stop using the word donkey? Okay, I'm not going to use the word
Islam
donkey
as long
today.
as the
I'm going to switch for the word mule. I hope it's nicer. Because donkey is not good. Mule is bigger, stronger, and more stupid. So, sometimes I look at the Christian people comment to me and I found how silly their comment. I'm not trying to insult you, by the way, but this is how I am, what you can say. Didn't you read the Bible where Jesus says, calling them snakes, hypocrite? Your father is Satan, son of serpent, fools, liars? So, I don't know. Look like some Christians, they are coming from the fantasy land of Disneyland. And the thing that Jesus, when he speaks to people, he says, let me give you a hug. Let me give you a hug. Okay, can I give you a hug? You see those people, funny, weird people in the street? I want to give you a hug. Or a Muslim guy holding a sign saying, I need a hug. Can you give me a hug?
fun
What the heck?
is halal fun.
Okay, sound fishy.
That the standard narrative
So, it look like we need to change our language so some Christians, they can approve us. And thank God we got the approval of some Christians. Anyway, that's good. And the most important for me, actually, to be approval by President Vladimir Muhammad Putin. I found a video here. It's called Putin Replies to American Journalist Who Criticize Him for Promoting Stereotypes About America. I mean, the guy, he have a station. It's called RT. There's nothing there except inviting weirdo people who attack America. And and the funny is, none of them want to go and live in Russia, but they hate America. All the ones who they are invited to RT TV are anti-America. But they are American and live in America, and they will not move to Russia. Why you don't move to Russia like the guy, what his name, Segal, the actor? The guy who is, like he can beat anybody, like just in movie, But anyway, he's a hero. He loved Putin. So if you love Putin, go to Muhammad Putin. And here, Mr. Putin, Muhammad Putin, he said in this, I'm not going to play the video, all of it, it's long. It's 7 minutes, you can watch it by your own. So she was asking him, and then, Putin, he said to her, is it true? Is it a facto? I speak Russian, by the way. I met a lady, she is Russian, and I spoke to her. She said to me, I'm Olga from Russia. And I said to her, Privet, and that's it. This is the end of the conversation. Mr. Putin, Vladimir Putin, according to the comment in the video, he wiped the floor with this journalist. I agree, because she is an idiot like him. You see, when you want to speak to liars, you have to be qualified to speak to liars. When you speak to liars, you are not debating them. You are trying to get them busted. So this guy, Putin, Muhammad Vladimir Putin, he said, let us move a little bit, because they have subtitle translated by the government of Russia. Oh, let us go here. Now, Putin is asking about factors.
Значит, разве не было бомбардировок Белграда?
Is it you, American, the Belgrade without the United Nations Council permission? Facto or not facto?
Без санкций Совета Безопасности ООН. Это что, антиамериканский стереотип? Это же факт. А разве не было захода вооруженных сил в Ирак без санкций?
You attack Iraq without the permission of United Nations Security Council. Is it a facto or not facto?
Это стереотип? Это факт.
The funny, when you say fact in Russian, you think he is saying the F word, but no problem. So he's asking, when you attack this without, and is it a facto? Is not a facto? Putin, Muhammad Putin, when you attack Georgia, did you get the permission from United Nations Council? It's a facto or not facto? When you invade Syria, did you get the permission from United Nations Council? It's a facto or not facto? And now you are attacking Ukraine, a country of 40 million people. Did you get permission from United Nations Council? It's a facto or not facto?
Соединенные Штаты сами создают такие стереотипы. Но это не значит, что в наших отношениях не было...
What the heck? Facto. Too much facto here. And not only you are invading a country, you are turning it into dust. So Muhammad Vladimir Putin, he remind me of a prophet of Allah. And this is why I decide from now on to call him Prophet Muhammad. Or they are the same. When Prophet Muhammad, sorry for my Russian accent, he attacked his enemies, specifically the Jews. He burned their houses and he is even burning their trees. Putin did not invade Syria. USA did. The Syrian president ask for Russian troops to support. Thank you, Jovan, for your answer. But that will not change the fact, because he was asking, did you go by the permission of United Council? And as long you are the one who is saying he did not invade because he was invited by the Syrian president, did the Ukrainian president invite you? Did he? I mean, your logic is against your own logic. But Muhammad Putin, peace be upon him, in the video he was saying, if you speak Russian, if you don't, who care? I speak all languages because I am Al-Hassan who speaks 70 million languages. the grandson of Prophet Muhammad. He was saying, did the American get the approval of United Nations Council to invade and bomb Belgrade? The answer, no. He said, did you get the United Nations Council the approval to invade Iraq? The answer, no. He did not say, did you get the invitation of the president? And now, as long you are saying we should not, we can go if the president invite us. Did the president of Ukraine invite you? Hypocrite people. You know what? I'm going to give your name, Jovan, and I think now you deserve to become a colonel. The president of Belarusia, he said, Putin, he promised me to make me a colonel. I mean, have you ever heard of a president? He liked to be a colonel. I'm serious. Have you ever heard of someone, he is a president of a country? He is so excited to become a colonel. It looked like in the mentality of Belarusian president, being a colonel in the Belarusian army is higher than being a president. This is telling you what kind of a president Putin he put in place. All of us, we know that this guy is a sex toy, excuse my language, in the hand of Putin. Sorry, Putin, he don't use his hand. He used Muhammad Kadyrov from Chechnya hand. He is the one who do all masturbation for Putin. If you want to blame the American, then don't act like them. Yeah, yesterday Biden, he made a speech. It was very amazing. I love it. I felt so proud to be American. Biden, he think Ukrainian are the Iranian. He said Biden, he can surround Kiev with tanks, but he will not take the heart of the Iranian. Have you ever heard of a president like this? It turned to be that Ukrainian or Iranian. I want to go to the school of President Joe Biden. You know the thing. Abdul saying, you are ignorant, you are not even funny. Abdul, okay, I will turn to be funny. Abdul, what do you think about your prophet? He promised me, if I convert to Islam and I do jihad, I will turn to be a green bird. Brother, all my life, I wanted to be a green bird. So look at this God. He promised me endless penis and a lot of women for sex. But now I am a bird. You're not even funny. You are dummy. So you go do jihad. You fight for Allah. And now because you die in a suicide bombing, and then Allah will make you a parrot? What they call it? The green bird? Parrot? Balut. You are not even funny. CP wife is a Ukrainian. My friend, I'm not married, thank God. If I'm married, I will be dead long time ago. CP is your wife is Ukrainian. My friend, I don't tell the secret to anyone. So Abdul, you are CB, you are so ignorant. You're not even funny. Yeah. You know what? I'm trying to be funny. Have you ever heard of your prophet was telling a joke once? Let me tell you what your prophet he did when he tried to be funny. As long as you mention it. Hey Muslims, when you get close to me, you get what you deserve. Okay. You are now saying I'm not funny. Okay, I will compare how funny I am to how funny Muhammad is. Are you ready? In other way, are you sincerely ready? because I wanna sincerely ready only. I don't want just ready people. I want the sincerely ready ones. Are you sincerely ready? So look what will happen now. We will go and search for a story of a Prophet Muhammad. He is being funny. And now we will imagine Prophet Muhammad, he is Muhammad Putin, and the other guy is Ramazan Kadyrov, and they are in love. This is the Prophet Muhammad Vladimir Putin. He was walking down street. You know, when Muhammad, he walked down the street. Do you remember the video? It says the guy, he looked at the Prophet and he looked at the moon. He looked at the Prophet, he looked at the moon. He looked at the Prophet, and then he looked at the moon. And then he looked at the Prophet, and then he looked at the moon. And brother, he looked again at the Prophet, and then he looked at the moon. Like, for the sake of Allah, Shin, can you finish the story? We got it. The guy, he looked at the Prophet and then looked at the moon. And then it turned to be that Muhammad is whiter than the moon. Who can beat that, my friend? Now listen to this. Abu Abdul Rahman, Abdul, the one who made the comment, you are Abu Abdul Rahman. That's why you are calling yourself Abdul. I got you busted. You are Abdul Rahman who was there. You witnessed firsthand the molestation. Look at this. Abu Abdul Rahman, Abu Ablayla, quoting Sayyid blah 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 from Ansar, he said, while he was given to jesting and was talking to the people and make them laugh, ha 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 ha, the Prophet hooked him under his ribs with a stick. Where? With the stick. Under where? His ribs. The Prophet hooked him under the ribs with the stick. Take a finger. Oh, I mean, take a stick. He said, let me retaliation. Let me take retaliation, Prophet. He said, the Prophet, okay. Take retaliation. He said, you are wearing Prophet, but hold on. You are wearing a shirt and I am naked. Like, what the heck? The guy was topless? The Prophet was tickling a guy who is topless? Why? He was a bikini guy? Like, is it normal in Arabia, men, they walk without clothing? And, okay, Prophet, you are wearing a t-shirt, but I am not. The Prophet then, he raised his shirt, and the man embraced him and began to kiss his side. Abdul, the man, he began to kiss his, is that Muhammad Kadyrov kissing the side of Muhammad Putin? Huh? Ramazan Kadyrov? This is love. Baby, you love me. What the heck is that? Huh? So imagine this, brother. You are in love, brother. Look how cute. This is love. I mean, how closer you are going to get? Hey, Muhammad Ramazan Kadyrov, are you going to kiss Putin down his side, down his belly to his balls? I heard he had balls. We never saw him yet. But look like he think that his balls is the nukes. He got a wrong idea about balls. What is this? That's a lot of love. We have, look at this. Look at the relationship. I'm really impressed. Relationship between the master and his dog. What's going on? The funny, just less than 20 years ago, Putin, he was in the process of eliminating every Chechenian who is carrying a gun. And now this guy, he says, we do not need independent from Russia because you don't dare, you coward son of Muta. When you are in love. Actually, he said, I would die for Putin. What the heck? He will die for what? The guy, he will not die for Allah, he will die for Putin. I'm not joking, he said that. Let me search it for you. Ramazan Kadyrov, I will die for Putin. I wish I can play the song like, this is love, baby you love me, baby you love me. You know, I'm not good in songs. This is the only 2 words I remember. So forgive me, please. Chechenian leader Ahmed Rashlam, what is that? Rashafels says he is ready to die for Putin. Brother, what a nice dog to have. A drug dealer and he is a loyal? A sex trafficking master and he is loyal? One of you, he said to me in Patreon, he said that we heard that African and Arab and Muslims are treated badly in the borders. Why? They are not letting them go free inside the country like the rest, like the Ukrainian. My friend, I saw videos from Sky News in Arabic. Sky News in Arabic is the same as all news agencies are a scumbag. In English, they say something. In Arabic, they say something else. In Arabic, they are torturing, speaking against Ukraine, making fun of them, calling them liars, corrupt. This is the same Sky News. But in English, they cry for them. This is the same as in Al Jazeera. You know, Al Jazeera once, there was a TV station broadcast in USA owned by Al Jazeera. It's called Al Jazeera Mubashar, which means Jazeera Direct, which means live. People call. And I shut it down in less than 48 hours. I did shut it down. When Osama bin Laden was killed, Al Jazeera TV in English was speaking normally, but in Arabic they were taking calls, and Muslim they say we will take jihad, we will take revenge, and Al Jazeera TV says God bless you, brother, we hope so. I recorded the program and I sent it to the Homeland Security, and in less than 48 hours this TV station blocked from USA. And by the way, RT in Europe is already blocked. RT in USA is not, because the coward Putin, sorry, the coward Biden is a coward. And when I say Biden, because YouTube is in the size of Biden, you know, they are from his side, they are from his party. So when they say to you, let me see if I can find the video. Just to show you how they fool you. You know, how people, they are naive, and how, I mean, the ones who came with this is the Muhammadan. I challenge any Muhammadan to show me how nice they are to Africa and their borders. Go and see how they treat African in Morocco, in Tunisia, in Iraq. Just to let you know, by the way, in Iraq, there was one day a revolution. It's called Revolution of El Zinj. Zinj is just a classic Arabic word. I don't want to use the word, but it's like when you say the N word, you know, in English. But what the black people are doing in Iraq, in Al-Basra, what they have to do? What they are African. They captured tens of thousands to the point the black people in Iraq, they became more population than the white people in Iraq. And when the black people, they decide to make a revolution, they killed them all. We have almost zero black people in the heart of the Middle East. Why? Because they killed them all. Let me try to find you something in English about it. Yeah, maybe we found here something. Number one, people who capture, enslave, sell, buy, black, it was the Arab, my people. The article here is written by a Muslim, not me. The Arab white people don't work. They don't work. They don't do farming. Do you remember the hadith where Muhammad, he said, if this equipment enter a house will bring humiliation? So what those people, they did, they captured tens of thousands of a black African and they brought them to Al-Basra to do farming for them. And when one day their population became so big and they decide to take matter into their hand to get their freedom back, they killed them all. If you ask yourself how many black there exist right now in Iraq, the answer is zero. You see, in America, they brought black as a slave, which is unjust and filthy act of the white people. But they bought them from the Muslim Arab. All North Africa, this is their business. The white Muslims, they capture the black African from the heart of Africa. They sell them to Europe. From Europe, they come to USA. However, we have a population of 10% of African American in USA. And not long time ago, the president was black. What happened to the black people in the Middle East? They are gone. And if you search about racism, I never saw racist, by the way, as much as Middle Eastern. Not only against black people. Don't feel bad about just being racist against you. They are racist about everything. Moroccan hate Algerian hate Morocco. Lebanese look down at the Egyptian look down at the Sudani look down at Mauritania. I mean, the whole it's a disaster. It's a society of garbage. We live, we grow up, and we've been taught to be racist. I remember a guy, he is a Lebanese. He married a Filipina. Man, you should see, his family will not talk to him. He will not allow to be in the house no more. What happened? Oh, she is a Filipina. Extremely racist. And I find it very funny when they speak about racism. Why? Because they stop them in the border. But if I was there, I would do the same. You see, the refugee, the act of refugee was given, or the status of refugee was given to Ukrainian. Anyone else have to go back home. You have a home, you don't have a war. So when they speak about racism in Poland, and they say, and look at this, is Al Jazeera TV talking about it. Imagine the scam of Al Jazeera TV. Why you don't take them to Qatar? Let us see what Qatar are doing to black African or to Asian. They put them in boxes to build their stadiums. And hundreds of people die because they don't care for those poor African or Asian in Qatar. But this is Al Jazeera TV speaking about racism in Poland. The reality is, when you go in a border and there is no order from the government to take anyone except the one their homes is destroyed. Those are the Ukrainian. You are a refugee, or you are just escaping Ukraine. You have a home, so go back to your home. So your government, they should contact the Polish embassy, and actually this is what the Polish they do. They contact, they take your passport. They take numbers of passports who are, let us say, from Morocco. The Moroccan government, just yesterday, they send an airplane and they carry a bunch of students that are from Morocco. Go home. Those people, they want to take advantage of the war and they want to go and live in Europe. That is the story. This is not about racism. All of us, we knew that when Muslims, they go to Europe. When the last time you see African, Muslim or non-Muslims, going to Saudi Arabia seeking refugee? Isn't it Saudi a rich country? When the last time the Saudi, the Emirati, the Qatari, the Bahraini, even the Turkish, they took a black African as refugee? Zero. That is the truth. The one who take the refugee, specifically the black, is Europe. Every month, tens of thousands of Africans enter into Europe as refugee. Every month. If you go right now and check when the last time an African, he got refugee asylum status in Saudi Arabia. Do you see the hypocrisy? And even when the filthy Erdogan, he accepted the Syrian who they are white and they are blonde. To enter into Turkey, he took only the rich ones. All the poor ones, they put them out of the border. They did not even let them enter the borders. And until now, they are sleeping in their tents. And not only that, Erdogan, he make living from those refugees. Every day he threats Europe, if you don't give me a few $1 billion, I'm out of money, I'm going to open my borders, they will come to you. It's a fact. So don't be a fool. Why the Prince of Qatar don't invite them? Do he have the money? Why Syrian refugee? 2 million, they went to Germany. They are racist. Why you don't go to your Muslim brothers? They are next door. Why you want to go to Germany? Oh, because they are racist, okay? They are racist. They give us a free school. They give us a free apartment. They give us a free food. They give us a free medication. They give us everything. They are racist. I mean, do you see how racist it is? Hey, by the way, European, I want to be a refugee. I want to take advantage of your stupidity. Sorry to say, I mean, the Europeans are being stupid, really. Because it doesn't matter, really, how good you do for those people, they will complain. They will complain. You are not good. You feed them, you dress them, you send them to schools, you are racist. You are. I'm sick of being an American citizen. I want a free apartment, I want free food, I want to go to school, and don't forget, I want a free Netflix. They are racist. They are racist. But all the world is coming to the racist. They are racist, brother. Yeah. You know, when Obama became a president, for the first time ever, the Saudi Arabia announced a black African imam in the Kaaba. They put him there for 2 weeks because people start complaining. People are criticizing Putin for invading Ukraine and went to defend, support Ukraine. But why not Africa? I don't understand, Mr. Cloud. You know, when you make a sentence, Mr. Cloud, don't make your cloud sentence, or don't make a cloud as sentence. What do you mean support Africa? What does that mean exactly? What do you mean? What exactly that mean? Anyone understand? Actually, nobody support African as much as European Union. That is the truth. There's many countries, all their budget is coming from Europe as assistant. For farming, for seed, for, you know, like anything have to do with supporting, even your vaccine was a gift. Billions of dollars. And remember, I'm not a European. But people are really silly. It doesn't matter what those people do. We will not like them. They are